Hi guys. If you could grab a pencil, some markers, anything that you would like to use for your follow along lesson. Okay, you guys do this in school all the time where you follow along with a lesson and you write on in your journal. So go ahead and get the materials you need and then we will get started. And feel free to pause anytime you would like to go back or you would like to stop what I'm doing and catch up. Okay, so this week we are learning about perimeter. Last week we learned about area, and this week we are going to continue measurement and we're going to learn about perimeter. So write the word perimeter. Okay, and I'm going to get a different color because I'm going to outline the word rim. And rim is the outside of an object. So when you are thinking about perimeter, you are thinking of the outside of an object. Okay, so in a different color, I'm going to write the definition of perimeter, just so I have it on my page. And if I need to refer back to it, I have my notes. So the perimeter is the distance. And remember, if I'm going too fast, you can pause it and go back. I will also give some wait time. The distance around the outside of a shape. Okay, so when we are looking at the distance around the outside of the shape, I'm going to draw a rectangle. And I'm going to pretend that this is my fence. And if you watched last week's video, Miss Celestine did a fence for you guys, and she was talking about the inside of the shape, which was the area. So I'm going to draw a little quick sketch of my fence. And if you remember from school, in my class, Miss Celestine might have said this as well, when you are putting a fence around, you're making sure that your doggy doesn't get out of the area. So the fence is the perimeter, and that is keeping your doggy inside. Okay, so when you are measuring the distance around the whole shape, you can't leave out one side because your doggy would get out. So I have my perimeter, which is all of the sides here, 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 and here added together. Okay, so if I give you I'm going to say this is feet. This is 4 feet right here. This is 4 feet over here. This is 3 feet right here. And this is 3 feet right here. Okay. So I am given all my measurements, and to find the perimeter of that, I would need to use my formula, which is P equals all of the sides added together. We have 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4 side. So I'm going to write P equals side plus side plus side plus side. So there are 4 sides being added together. And I always tell you guys to drop it down. If you're looking for the perimeter, okay, we don't know the perimeter, so we're going to write P equals. Do we know one of the sides? Yes, it's 4. So I'm going to write 4. And I'm going to check it off because I've already used that side. I'm just plugging into my formula. Plus another side. Okay, 3. I'm going to check it off. 3 plus another side of 4, and then last plus my last side so my doggy doesn't get out of 3. Okay, so to find this P right here, I'm going to add up all the sides, So 4 plus 3 is 7, and 7 plus another 7 equals 14. So my perimeter equals 14 feet. and then I'm going to box or circle my answer. So that is how you find perimeter. Okay, if you have enough room on your page, like mine, where I have about half the page, you can continue to work on this page. Otherwise, you may turn to the back. And I would like for you to split up your page into 3. Okay, and you are going to write is, can, looks like. And I will give you just a moment to get that down. Okay, so when I'm using my chart, we're going to go through each part and we're going to say perimeter is, okay, perimeter is measurement. I'm going to do a little dash because I don't have enough room, of length. Oops, TH, sorry. Messed up a little bit. Okay, perimeter is also the length around a shape. Okay, so we know that perimeter is a measurement of length and the length around a shape. So now we're going to go to can. Perimeter can measure a fence. And I'm going to draw a little fence. So when we're thinking of the can, we're thinking of what perimeter, what can we find? What objects can we find the measurement of around the shape? So, as I'm drawing my fence and you're drawing your fence, I want you to be thinking about different things that you can measure using perimeter. And I've already done my fence, so I'm going to kind of make it a little sketch. Okay, it can measure a fence. What else can it measure? You can draw your own below, or you can listen to what I'm going to say. And I'm going to say perimeter can tell how many feet around the pool. Around a pool. And if you have a pool, you could go measure in feet how many feet around the pool. Some of your pools might be squares. Some of your pools might be odd shapes. If it is all straight edges, you can measure around the whole pool, the perimeter of the pool. So I'm going to make my pool a square. And I'm going to write pool in the middle just so I know that it can measure around the pool. So when you're thinking of things that you can measure, there's so many different things you can measure the perimeter of. Okay, so last, perimeter looks like. Okay, so this is where I'm going to take my perimeter can and I'm going to show what it looks like in math. So I'm going to take my fence and I know that that shape is a rectangle. So all I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. And I can even label it my fence. And remember, my fence is this side, this side, this side, and this side. Okay? And I'm going to give you some measurements of what it is in feet. So this side is going to be 8 feet. Since it's a rectangle, we know that this side is also 8 feet, but Miss Bowling is going to give you all of the sides. Okay? And this side is 5 feet. And this side is 5 feet. Okay, so now that we have all the sides for my fence, I can use my formula. And I always write my formula first. I have 4 sides. So perimeter equals side plus side plus side plus side. And then I'm going to take and find my perimeter. P equals, I'm going to take my pink again, and I'm going to highlight all the sides that I need to fill into my formula. P equals 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8. And yes, you could do 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 8. You will get the same answer. So when I add all of those together, I know 8 plus 5, think about what that might be, 13. So it would be 13 plus another set of 8 plus 5 is 13. So if you need to go to the side, you can do 13 plus 13, 6 and 2. So P equals 26. Always remember your measurement, feet. Okay, if you're running out of space, you can always go to the back, but I'm gonna try and do my next one a little small. So I'm going to take my perimeter can for the pool, and I'm gonna give it measurements. And if you remember what I said this shape was, think about what I said that shape was. Yes, it's a square. So if it's a square, all sides are equal. So if I have this side as 5 feet, this side is 5 feet, they are all 5 feet. Yeah, it's kind of a small pool, but we'll pretend maybe it's a kiddie pool. So I'm going to write my formula. I have side plus side plus side plus side. And I'm going to fill them in. I'm going to highlight them, and I'm going to fill them in. So perimeter equals 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. And that equals 5, 10, 15, 20. And you can check them off as you put them down. Sometimes with the square, it's kind of easy. 20, P equals 20 feet. And then always circle your answer. Okay. We are going to go to the back. And I'm going to show you one example, and then you are going to try one on your own. If you are done and you do not need any more help, you may leave the video. Okay, I'm going to do one example here, and I'm going to do another example here. If I have a rectangle, and my sides are 6 inches, 6 inches, 4 inches, and 4 inches. I'm going to write my formula. P equals side plus side plus side plus side. You can always pause if you need to. Okay, I'm going to plug it in. P equals 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6. I'm going to check off all of my sides. And when I add all of those together, 6 plus 4 is 10. 6 plus 4 again is 10. So we know P equals 20 inches. Okay. Next, if I have a rectangle and I give you 2 sides, I have 6 inches and I have 4 inches. Okay. If this is 6 inches, we know the opposite side is congruent to that side. So this is 6 inches. And if we're given this 4 inches and we know the opposite side is congruent, we're going to put 4 inches. Okay, now we know all the sides, and it is the same as up here. We just were only given the first 2 and not these other 2. So I just wanted to review with you if they are congruent, then you would know the other side. So now that you know all of the sides, you can use the same steps as up here to find the perimeter for down there. If you have any other questions, please reach out to your teacher and we can help you with perimeter. Thank you.